Hello Internet Video Viewing World, and welcome back to another Extreme PC Reviews video. And today we're having a look at the Raidmax Quantum. The model on this is ATX 798WB. This is an all black with some blue in it case, and this is a ATX mid-tower case, and it has a bottom mounted power supply. And the power supply does not come with this, but it has a mount on the bottom, and it accepts both micro ATX and ATX form factor motherboards. And there are three 5.25 drive bays on the front, and on the inside there are 6 3.5-inch drive bays, and on the back there are 7 expansion slots. And at the top there are 2 USB 2.0 ports. There are one microphone, 1 headphone jack, and 1 eSATA port. And the cooling system on this, there are 220mm fans at the top. There are 2 blue LED 120mm fans on the front, and there is one 120mm fan on the back. And the dimensions on this case are 21 by 9 by 19 inches. And it comes with a 1-year parts and labor warranty, and as well with the case you get an accessory box, and inside of that accessory box you have some hard drive screws, and you have a bag of assortment of motherboard screws, standoffs, maybe some optical drive screws, some washers, a motherboard speaker, and a wire tie. And also with the case you get a user manual, about a 3-page manual explaining some of the wiring inside and how to install different stuff inside the case. Now let's take a closer look at the case. And as I said, on the front there are the top 3 5.25 bays for optical drives, card readers and whatnot, fan controllers. And then on the inside there are 2 blue LED fans, and I'll show you what they look like towards the end of the video. And behind that you can fit 6 3.5-inch drives. And on the side here's the window, and on the top you have the 2 USB ports, power reset, microphone, headphone jack, and eSATA port on the top, and the 2 120mm fans on the top. There are blue blade blade fans, and on the back you have the blue blade fan and motherboard IO shield plate. And there are 4 thumb screws, 2 on each side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and looks like it has toolless design, and 7 expansion slots, ventilation here, and bottom mounted power supply. And let's take off the thumb screws and have a look at the inside. Here's a closer look at the thumb screw. They are metal thumb screws. It's got a little handle to pull off the side panel. And here's a look. The side panel is held on by plastic rivets, so very easily to pop out, take off the panel if you want to add maybe a mesh or something there for ventilation. And while we're at it, let's take off the other side panel. And this panel has no ventilation, just a solid panel. It has toolless design here. Put the optical drive in. These little pegs stick in there. And then you could probably, if you didn't want to use the toolless, you could put a screw in there to hold the drive in place. Let's just keep that off for now. To remove the front bezel, there are 4 screws on each side. See, I already removed 2 of them. We'll remove those a little bit. Here are the front port, power, LED, USB, SATA, and HD audio. And the motherboard, like I said, houses a standard ATX or a micro ATX motherboard. And the bottom mounted power supply. And there's no ventilation at the bottom for the power supply, and it has plastic feet. However, if you wanted to, you can replace the feet. It just has these push-in rivets to, as you can see here, push-in rivets to remove the feet and add your own if needed. And let me take off the screws for the front bezel, and oh, looks like I already, let me see. And then it does have dust filters on all of the drive bays here. And here's a look at the 120mm. These are clear fans, but they are blue LED lighted fans. Let's take all of these off and pull out a cage. Okay, to add a hard drive, you just take your hard drive and you slide it in where you want it. Line up the holes. And secure it down with some screws. And then to put the hard drive cage back in, you just, there are little rail things here, guides, and you just push it back in and line it up, and then secure it with either some screws or the toolless. And let's plug everything in. Let me plug everything in and show you what it looks like powered up. Okay, before I show you what the case looks like powered up. Just want to mention that on the back of the case, or on the right side of the case, there's a channel right below the motherboard tray that runs the length of the case, and up front here, just behind the hard drive cage, there is an opening. And what you could do is you could take, let's say, a SATA cable and run it behind the hard drive cage through here along this channel, and then plug it into your motherboard on the other side, and that will help hide the cables somewhat. Or you can take them from the power supply, run them through here and up, and then into either the hard drives or the optical drives. So just wanted to mention that. That's a cool little addition to the case here. And there's a cutout right here to run some cables behind the motherboard tray if needed. And there's also one at the top that you can fit a SATA cable or whatever. And now let me plug the case in, and let's take a look at what it looks like. And here's what it looks like powered up. We have 4 on the front in each corner. There are 4 LEDs, the 2 LED fans in front as well. And of course the 2 top and the rear fan are not LEDs. And I have to tell you, it is a fairly quiet computer with the 5 fans going, plus the power supply fan, but that's a super silent power supply. And I would have to recommend this case for anyone that's looking for a budget case. It's fairly inexpensive. And I'm going to give this the XStreamPCReviews Greatness Award. And thank you for watching the video review on the Raidmax Quantum mid-size tower computer case. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
I can't sing for you. I can't sing for you anymore.